Hello, everyone. It's Sylvain here. Welcome again for another video. Today, my guest is Crypto Rich. He's involved in many projects. He's got a lot of subscribers on YouTube. He posts content almost on a daily basis. So really passionate about crypto. He's involved with the one new project, Pirate Chain, and that's the reason I brought him with me today. I really wanted to discover that and talk about that project. So without further ado, Crypto Rich, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, Sylvain. Thank you so much for having me on. And I've been running my YouTube channel since April 2017. I do post pretty much every single day, although occasionally I give myself a day off. And I also am a first mate on the good ship Pirate Chain. And Pirate Chain is, in my opinion, the most secure and private of all the cryptocurrencies going. And thank you for the opportunity to come and talk about Pirate Chain.
Yeah, I'm glad we're going to be talking about that. So, since we're talking new projects, so when did it launch? So, when was it the first? When did you set sail for per se?
Well, I started covering Pirate Chain, I think, in September 2018. It's a proof of work coin with no pre-mine, no dev fund, no team fund. And essentially, they just released the code in August 2018. And how it came about, it's part of the Komodo ecosystem.
Okay.
And it's a few Komodo developers were tinkering as a mechanic might tinker with the underside of a car. They were tinkering with the blockchain, and they were wondering, is it possible for every single transaction to be shielded by ZK snarks? Now, if I can just take this back a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin is pseudonymous. You know, if you send me Bitcoin from your wallet to my wallet, anybody can see the address. You know, the address that it went from, how much was sent, and the address that it went to. And then if I send that Bitcoin onto another address, they can track it. So the data is available on the blockchain. Now, some privacy cryptocurrencies like Zcash, you can have public send, where anybody can see the wallet it's gone from and gone to, and they can track the transaction, how much was sent. But they can also have optional privacy, where the transaction is shielded by ZK snarks. Now, I can't even remember what ZK snarks stand for. Zero knowledge, succinct. It's just, I'm not technical. It's really, it's the gold standard when it comes to privacy in the cryptocurrency space for privacy of transactions. It's not what Monero uses, by the way. Monero uses another technology, which I can explain a little bit better. So
yeah, the ring CT one. Yeah.
Yes, ring signatures. So the Komodo developers were tinkering around with the blockchain, wondering, is it possible for every single peer-to-peer transaction to be invisible, shielded by ZK snarks? And yes, it is. So they launched the code.
Yeah.
And so there's the only transactions that are visible on the blockchain is from the mining rig to the first wallet. That's the only one you can see. And that's because to make sure that the miners aren't producing extra coins for themselves, right? That's for auditing purposes, to keep the miners true and honest, right? It's Equihash, which is GPU mineable, same as Komodo. But once it goes, say, so I'm mining it, which I don't do, right? But once I mine it and it comes to my wallet, from there, you can't tell, nobody can tell how much is in my wallet, what the address is of the wallet, whether I send it anywhere else, how much gets received. It's invisible. There is no data to analyze, nothing. It's like if, you know, I get paid, I meet up with you, come to your house, I give you $20.
Yeah.
There's no trace, nobody knows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Pirate Chain has that sort of privacy where there's no data on the blockchain. But it's not the only cryptocurrency that has no data on the blockchain. The Mimblewimble coins, Beam, Grin, and Beam, they have no data on the blockchain. There's nothing to analyze. However, they're not secure. And by that, I mean, they are subject, they can be subjected to double spend attacks. And I think there was one a few weeks ago on Beam.
Okay.
I think that was right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there was some stuff going on Monero that I saw off Reddit, but not Beam per se. But
Yeah, no, there was a double spend attack on Beam, which means that, you know, 51% of the computing power was taken over. And what they did was they double spent the coins. They essentially stole some Beam coins, took them to an exchange, sold them.
Okay.
You can't do that with Pirate Chain. You cannot do that with any of the Komodo asset coins or with Komodo, because every 10 minutes or so, every single transaction on Pirate Chain is hashed onto the Komodo blockchain. And then every 10 minutes on the Komodo blockchain, all those transactions, the Pirate Chain ones, but also the Veriscoin ones, other Komodo asset coins, Komodo transactions as well, they're all hashed onto the Bitcoin blockchain. So to do a 51 spend attack, you would need 51% of the computing power of Pirate Chain, 51% of the computing power of Komodo, plus 51% of the computing power of Bitcoin. Forget it. It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody's got 51% of the computing power of Bitcoin, they should just go for Bitcoin. Don't go adding 51% of Komodo and Pirate Chain as well.
Yeah, that's going to require quite a bit of funds as well.
Yes. And then you devalue the coins. So Pirate Chain has demonstrated that it's completely immune to proof of work attacks like this through this delegated proof of work. So it's the most secure and it's the most invisible. It's the most private. And now there could be other coins that come along that are as private as Pirate Chain and possibly as secure, but you can't get more invisible than invisible. This is it, the ultimate in privacy and security.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So, and then Komodo, it's not a side chain of it. It's just like an extra layer of security. Like, because Komodo, I think that's public, right? Blockchain.
Yeah, Komodo's an open source blockchain. It used to have privacy features, optional privacy like ZK snarks. It doesn't have that anymore. And the Komodo, I think, is just an amazing blockchain.
Yeah.
But Pirate Chain is an asset chain of Komodo, but the way that it works is an entirely independent blockchain.
Okay.
So there's no load on the Komodo blockchain. It's also an entirely independent project, although there is cross-fertilization, because just as Pirate Chain is open source, decentralized, the team, the crew are also open source, decentralized volunteers. I don't get paid. You know, I'm not an official team member. There's no organization behind it. I was invited to make a video about it in September 2018. I liked it. I kept making videos. And then very recently I got promoted to first mate, which confers no benefits whatsoever other than I can wear my first mate badge proudly. And I am also entitled and privileged to say with authority, the ticker symbol for Pirate Chain is ARRR. ARRR.
Yeah, it was funny. And I was watching one of your video, I think earlier this week, just to kind of know a bit more and prepare for the conversation here. And then my son heard it and he was like, "What is that?" So it's good, I guess, marketing element in that case. So if I look at, again, Pirate Chain, Komodo, and then other projects, they're part of an alliance, right? BPSAA,
Oh, yes.
is that?
No, thank you for reminding me. Let me
Is that what that is? Yeah, I'd like to know a bit more about that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let me share the screen. That's really important, right? Pirate Chain is a founder member of the BPSAA, and the website is bpsaa.vision, and all the links will be in the description below because I'll make sure you have them, Sylvain. And this is the Blockchain Privacy and Security and Adoption Alliance. And it's a group of growing projects that are collaborating, working together in order to further privacy and security and adoption. So you've got Pirate Chain, and Pirate Chain is essentially a secure private means of payment, a value exchange. It's a crypto coin. And also, by the way, I think it's way more secure and way more private than Monero, and we can talk about that a little bit later on if you like, right? Then there's Sentinel. Sentinel are launching a decentralized VPN. So this is a peer-to-peer VPN where there's no centralized source of control, and it can't be captured by regulations or anything. It can't be censored because it's just distributed.
Yeah.
Then there's Turtle Network. And Turtle Network is built on the Waves platform, and they offer a decentralized exchange. Then
Okay.
there's Ergo platform. Ergo platform. Then there's Ergo platform. Ergo platform is a platform protocol, and they have. Now, this is where my technical knowledge kind of fails me, right? So anybody who's watching this, you really need to do your own due diligence and research and stuff, right? But it's kind of like Komodo and EOS and Ethereum and Polkadot and Skycoin. It is a platform protocol for building applications. However, it has privacy features built in. It's a decentralized, open source, community-based project. So they're going for DeFi, building DeFi applications, but with the privacy element in there. It's also a proof of work and a fork, I think, of bit, maybe not a fork, it's proof of work platform protocol. And the lead dev, Kushti, also Alex, his real name, Alex Chaponoi, was spoken of by Charles Hoskinson as the brightest brain in the cryptocurrency space, according to Charles Hoskinson. And Kushti, Alex Chaponoi, he was also a developer in the early days of Cardano.
Good.
So that's Ergo platform. Dragon Chain was launched by Disney. I recently did a over an hour and a half deep dive audiovisual white paper with the founder Joe Ritz, and that's in my channel. And Dragon Chain was open sourced, which launched by Disney, and then it became open source, and it's now a public blockchain project. And I can't even begin to tell you what they do. All right, so I invite people to go and find out for themselves. Ether 1 is decentralized private secure storage.
Okay.
So
It's not Ethereum.
yes, well, it's a
Almost.
fork of Ethereum. It's
yeah.
faster with lower gas fees, but what it allows you to do is to do web hosting. So your websites are hosted in a decentralized manner, so they're resistant to censorship. And you can also earn income. It allows passive income. So does actually Sentinel through the making bandwidth available.
Okay.
Then Burstcoin. Burstcoin is original gangster, an OG of the crypto space, launched in several hundred years before Bitcoin even, or something ridiculous like that.
Oh, really?
It has a BT DEX. It has, I think, one of the first DEX going. Smart contract functionality, really, really fast. Active community. They are new members of BPSA. And then there's Komodo, which are also, which also joined fairly recently.
Yep.
And they ICO'd, I think, in 2015 or something. And very smart, clever platform protocol. So those are the members. And what they do, I mean, there's more joining. If any project wants to join and they got a commitment to privacy and security and adoption, they can just apply. The application is free. And then what these projects do is they collaborate. So one of the things that Turtle Network is doing is they're making sure that all the BPSAA coins are represented on Turtle Network's DEX. Sentinel will take payment for their VPN in all the other BPSAA coins. They also collaborate in terms of sharing technology here and there, working on the other BPSA projects, and they also collaborate in terms of social media. So through them, each project, a small project like Pirate Chain has a social media outreach of over 300,000.
Yeah.
So when I post a video on Pirate Chain, all the other projects will retweet it. Thank you, all the other projects, for doing that. So that's BPSAA. And they have a public Telegram group people can join. I'm also involved with BPSAA through my involvement with Pirate Chain and before that Komodo. And I've covered all the projects on my channel and will continue to do so.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, great explanation. Like it looks like so if I'm still looking at the share screen here, yeah, we got like the privacy coin, and there's like one towards VPN, DEX, like an exchange, and then cloud storage, hosting for internet. So it looks like it's covering pretty much an entire ecosystem, right? So it's really cool. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I wanted to, because I've seen your videos, and I was like, what is this one? And then I see that people can apply as well to be part of it, which is good. And then, like you said, it's really hard now with so many coins and doing the marketing. People like go left and right, they don't know what to look for, and then when you can have some sort of alliance with multiple projects, I think it's makes it even like a stronger community because they can grow faster together
Yeah.
essentially, and then without really competing too much against each other, but they all have their specific niches, right? So they go into specifics depending on what you want to do, right? So
Yeah. And I would say that, you know, Burst, Komodo, and Ergo are platform protocols,
okay,
right? But you know, but they vary slightly. They have different technology and everything. You know, Komodo
yeah,
is building a DEX. It's the atomicdex.io, which is just incredible. Their DEX. BTDEX, I don't know. I'm sure that's
okay,
incredible. Ergo are building a DEX. Turtle Network have got a DEX. So there is overlap, but in the spirit of cooperation and collaboration, and also because there's so much room. This is such early days for
yeah,
cryptocurrency.
yeah. Yeah, sometimes we think we're late with some projects because obviously you people would like to be in Bitcoin back in 2012, 13, obviously, and they seeing the price of what it is right now, right? So people are like, "Oh God, I missed a boat or something." But even then, like maybe you missed that one, but there's plenty of other boats to be jumping on, so to
Don't miss the
speak.
one
Right?
that's pulling in now.
Yeah,
Get on
yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Don't,
exactly.
I would say, don't miss the
Yeah,
good ship pirate chain. Get
yeah.
on the good ship pirate chain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and people like can get involved with projects and so on, and it's one of my pet peeve. Usually, like people come and chat in Discord and Telegram, and they're like, "Okay, so who's doing the marketing?" Or blah blah blah. It's like, well, anyone can actually do something. If you're not good at videos, that's fine. Maybe you're good at writing. Put a blog post or something. You're good at graphics, then create a nice graphic that we can use for online posts and everything, right? So everyone can get some kind of involvement in a project. Like, don't be waiting to, people to do the work for you and sit on the sideline waiting for, like profit or whatever. Get involved. Start doing like, a Twitter comment or post. Take 15 minutes a day and do that for your favorite project. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep,
and then people can get involved anytime, right? Any project you've seen, there's a bunch of them in BPSAA, right? So, yeah.
very cool.
Besides that, so let's say people would like to find more information. Obviously, they can go to the website, so you can tell a bit about that. And then when it comes to like, always people looking for exchanges to get it and wallets, what does that look like roughly to get the coins?
So a good starting point is pirate.black, which is the website. And you can find out about the different wallets where you can store Pirate Chain. It has a mobile wallet as well, by the way, but I wouldn't recommend you use a mobile wallet for storing a large amount of Pirate Chain.
Yeah.
But also you can find out about the properties of the coin and the exchanges. Find links to the exchanges
Yep.
through the Pirate Chain website. I think Trade Ogre is one of the largest. TurtleDex and Polarity have very low fees and very fast. And Polarity was born out of TurtleDex, so you can find them there.
Okay.
Let's see, anything else you want to know about this?
I think that's good. Yeah, so people can go on pirate.black. That's the main,
Ask.
and then like social media wise, I think people can go. There's a Discord, obviously. I think Telegram as well, right? So people can go on
Yeah.
there, get their information.
So I mentioned earlier that Pirate Chain has better privacy than Monero. Now, this might seem heresy to many because many people consider that Monero is the ultimate privacy coin. Now, Monero uses ring signatures, and stealth addresses, which is that you send me Monero from your address. And then what it does, it splits up the transaction and makes it look like it's going to several different addresses, which are like fake addresses. A little bit
Yep.
here, a little bit there, a little bit here. So it gets kind of like jumbled up, and then it collects them and sends them onto my address. Now, one of the things that's key to data tracking is the notion of anonymity set.
Okay.
And one way to consider that is the size of a haystack. Before I get to the size of the haystack, look, if, say, on Monero, there are only 10 transactions every single day, it has a very small data set. And it is possible through data analysis And by following the transactions and the amounts and the times, that you could theoretically work out the ownership of where the money has gone, to which wallets and everything. Pirate Chain has a much, much larger anonymity set than Monero, significantly larger. And which means and besides, there's no data to track. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it's a whole lot more secure. And I don't know if people are familiar with Jeff Berwick and the Dollar Vigilante. They recommended Monero to their, I don't know, thousands and thousands of subscribers when Monero was in pennies. Yeah. Well, in August this year, they recommended Pirate Chain to their subscribers as a supreme privacy coin. And given what's going on in the world, and I think the importance for people to manage and maintain their own privacy, I think Pirate Chain could potentially be very, very big and play a significant role.
Yeah, I think I saw your interview with was it Rafael Laverde, I think?
Yes.
There was an interview with him, and yeah, I guess they did a report for, I guess, those that have the subscriptions to Dollar Vigilante or Crypto Vigilante. I think
Crypto
they have like
Vigilante.
two. Yeah, there's like the crypto side, and then the Dollar Vigilante, I think, is doing more like politics type discussion.
Politics, gold, silver, other.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's really good for, that'd be great to have a look at that. Obviously, I'm not subscribed at the moment, but I'm sure it's well built, and I think they went in depth with the project. Really, I think over almost a year of looking over it and making sure that they could recommend that. So it's obviously, yeah, good. It's a good start, I think, for Pirate Chain in that regards.
Yes, and actually, it's 2 years. They did
2 years. Oh, okay.
Research into Pirate Chain before they made it public.
Oh, so nice. Okay, it's even more. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to?
No, just thank you very much. I'd invite people to go find out, go check it out. Go join the Telegram group, the Discord group. If you join either, say hi to me there. You can follow what's happening with Pirate Chain from their website. I cover it regularly. Every month I do an update video from their blog post, and get involved. And I would say, it is my opinion, strongly held opinion, that you cannot have freedom without privacy. There is no freedom without privacy. Unless I have the freedom to withdraw myself from the public space, then I'm not free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably going to come as an important role, obviously, right? And like you mentioned earlier, like I take it as almost like cash. Like someone comes in your house and uses cash, then, in fact, like nobody's going to know about that transaction, right? It's kind of the same thing with the privacy coin, right? And maybe one thing I wanted to ask is, a lot of coins are like they can do both public and also private, but I think that in the end, like with the regulations and exchanges, they might just be in the same boat of private, so isn't it not better from your perspective to just go like strictly private for if you're going to be a private chain versus offering public, which at the end of the day most people don't even use the private feature, they just use the public one. So what's your perspective on that?
What it does, it reduces the size of the anonymity set. So if there's 10 transactions a day, say using Zcash or Dash, which have optional privacy, and only 2 of those every day are private, the other 8 are public, then it is possible, makes it easier through data analytics to work out who's getting what when. So it disappears any privacy eventually. And it's like finding a needle in the haystack. So it makes the haystack much, much smaller. What you want is a really large anonymity set, like a massive haystack of transactions, because that'll make it really harder to find that needle.
Yeah. All right, thanks. Unless you have anything else to mention about this, that'll be it for this video, and then I'll be with Crypto Rich discussing about smart cash on another video. Thanks again for joining me.
Yes, Sylvain, thank you so much for inviting me on. Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. All the best.
Perfect. Thanks.